Hello and welcome. Today I would like to talk about my ongoing experiences with 8th edition and my review on the Space Marine Codex. Now, I received my Space Marine Codex a couple of days ago. I've been through it. Pretty much gone cover to cover. It's a very interesting fluff bits. Some stuff I'm okay with, some I don't know. Especially Primaris stuff, and just when Gilliman comes and you know how it is, just drops him off, and yeah, but you know what, let me not get into fluff. What I specifically want to talk about is how happy I am with 8th Ed. It's the best edition we've had so far, and why? That's because it's the most tactical edition we've had so far. Now, some of you might be scratching your head, but hear me out here. Going through the Space Marine Codex in particular, now also through some of the Grey Knight and Chaos leaks, I am actually very happy. This is the first Space Marine Codex that I plan on properly using, and that's quite something. Normally, even though House Space Marines I hardly ever run them, I usually run my Imperial Guard and whatnot, depending on what I feel like. The reason I usually run my Imperial Guard is that they reward very tactical sort of play, but now with 8th edition, it seems every single army does this. Why I say this, you might be confused. 7th edition and before, pretty much your tactics were army building and target prioritization, and that was it, unless you played IG or maybe like Eldar or something, and unless you really knew what you were doing, you crashed and burned, and that was it. So now back onto tactics. IG players will know this very well. Orders, trying to get stuff in the right place at the right time, and all that. How stratagems work over here is they really are a game changer. One, what's nice about it is it actually rewards you for making a fluffy army, a well-balanced army, which is good. Everyone loves a well-balanced army. I hate coming up against weird spammy meta lists and all that, but this edition so far, it really rewards in having a nice, well-balanced army. And most of those rewards come in the command points, and command points are bloody valuable. I mean, when you look at the stratagems and what you can pull off, and they can win you or cost you a game in one turn. And now why I say tactical is you have so many stratagems. You have the 3 ones from the main rulebook, then different missions have their own stratagems as well, and then plus your army lists and your army book and your special faction ones as well. So you really have a huge choice of what to spend your command points on, and some bonuses, very nice little passive bonuses, or rerolls, or doing extra damage or extra attack, and you need to learn how to use those, when to utilize them at the right time, and that is what can win you the game or lose you the game in one turn, pretty much. I mean, look at the World Eater ones now with Khorne. If they time it right, they can get 3 attacks in one turn. 3 times they attack 3 times in one turn, if they time it correctly. If they don't, they fail, and all of that just goes down. Space Marines have lots of bonuses as well, and I'm actually looking forward to playing them now. Now you'll have a lot more varied lists, and lots more probably people trying out new lists and experimenting, see what works, what doesn't, with what stratagems, against what foes, and what situations, so forth. So now I feel each army has more of a replayability, if you want to say that. Before, like let's say 7th, there was pretty much Space Marines that had 2 or 3 lists, and that was it. You had to like stick to one of those. If you diverged, you died. Pretty much IG, they had 1 competitive list. Chaos, I don't know if you can call it a competitive list, but you know, and So far I've tried out every single army, every single game I've had fun. It's taking a while, like, it's taken quite an effort to get used to everything again. Especially new stats for movement and toughness and who wins what in AP, and it's a little more tedious now. And if you're an old player to get into it, it's easier if you're new. But I'm finding myself more and more able to handle it and all that. But with regards to actual fun factor and the replayability of the armies and the tactical choices, we are really spoiled this edition. Now, I can tell you what I love about this edition. I can talk on and on and on about that. I'll pretty much tell you what I don't like, and that is, well, I've already spoken about this. I want vehicles to have facings again. I want vehicles to not shoot out of their arse. I play with vehicles a lot, and I don't like them not feeling like vehicles, feeling like monstrous creatures. That's like one thing that I'm not such a huge fan of, and I really, really hope they update it or change it. But honestly, that's such a minor complaint with regards to everything else we've gotten. I am so looking forward to using all of my armies. And the thing is, they will always feel fresh now because of these stratagems and tactics and what you can do. And so you have so many units you can actually use now that are quite competitive. So now I can use the units I like. That I like the look of. I like the fluff behind them. I can use them, and they aren't just weird point sticks. And that is the point. And honestly, I don't know what else to say. So far, everything's been good. With regard to the Space Marine Codex, I'll use it for now until the Grey Knight one comes out as well, because I also collect Grey Knights. I collect Death Guards, so I'm going to pick up the Death Guard Codex, Imperial Guard, Astra Militarum, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to pick that up. Tyranids, Admech, you name it. And it's going to take a while to get used to everything properly, especially now with new stuff coming out and trying to think up some interesting little combos and all that. But overall, I am bloody happy with this edition. They've done an amazing job so far. All the naysayers, I knew they would be wrong, because I got to peek at this stuff a little bit before it was released, and so far ecstatic. Really back into 40k, which is quite interesting. I mean, like, the last time I was really into 40k was 4th edition. 5th edition came, and 5th edition is pretty much what made me stop playing 40k. 6th edition, I didn't even bother. I looked over the rules and never really got back into it. 7th edition, I started a little bit, like, towards the beginning, mid 7th edition, but I mean, putting it quite simply, I played as much 8th editions in 1 month as I did in 7th edition games in 1 year. So that tells you a little bit about 8th edition, much fast based, much more fun, simpler, easy to get into, but I also find it a lot more tactical, and that is what I'm happy about. I mean, the IG player in me is ecstatic with regards to that. And I can't wait to actually see the IG Codex. People are saying it might be coming out next month. Beginning with next month, what we're getting, what's called Death Guard, and after them, rumor is one is IG, the other one I'm not so sure. But honestly, I think it might be Tower Eldar, but we'll see close to the date. Anyway, I hope you guys had a decent time. Subscribe, like the video, whatnot, share it if you agree with it. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. I mean, if you guys are into 8th edition as much as I am, tell me why. Or if you are not so keen on it, tell me why. But honestly, it's like, if you're not keen and you only had 1 or 2 games, go have some more. I had one guy which told me he was not into 8th edition after 1 game after being tabled. And I told him, you know what, stick it through. It's actually really good addition. He's a 30k player like me as well. and he wants to play 30k, and I told him, no, try 8.8. It's actually really, really good. And yeah, after his first game, he was like, nah, I got tabled, this edition sucks. I told him, go ahead, try it again. Next game he does better, now he's enjoying it. And now, I don't know which game he's on, but yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for listening, and we'll keep in touch. Cheers.